All right, everyone, welcome back to Breslov Efrat. Here at Shirat Baruch Hashem. Such a beautiful, beautiful day here in Eretz Yisrael. And we thank HaKadosh Baruch for every day. It's another special, special opportunity, especially here in Eretz Yisrael. Baruch Hashem. Okay, and we're going to learn today Sefer Sratim Lachem. And today we're up to, in Svira, we're up to the day Hayom Shiva V'Arbaim Yom. Shem Shisha Shavuos V'Chamisha Yomim L'Omer. So today is the 47th day, which is 6 weeks and 5 days into the Omer. Okay? And today is the Midah of Hod Sheba Malchus. Hod, the Midah of giving thanks to Hashem. Praising Hashem. Such a beautiful thing. So we'll see two pieces in here. Here we go. Yiten Adam Aliboy. So we all have a neshama, right? Baruch Hashem. And our neshama is a chelik of Hashem. But how many of us don't identify with that? Most. Most don't identify with the neshama that I have inside of me is a chelik of Hashem. But a person should stop to think, if I want to be Mamlech Hashem, I want to coronate Hashem, I want to have Hashem in my life, I have to realize Hashem is part of my neshama. He's Al-Gufay. HaKadosh Baruch Hu has created our guf, our body. HaKadosh Baruch Hu runs everything, every part of our bodies. L'kabel olav malchus shemayim, yesh le laharbes b'haidah la'bayriz barach. If you want to be able to feel Hashem in your life, you have to give thanks to Hashem. How do you like that? Give thanks to Hashem. We live in a world, I believe, that everyone takes things for granted, right? And we're always complaining with things we don't have. But we stop to thank, we don't stop to thank Hashem for all the wonderful things that we do have. Well, if I only had this, if I only had that, only this would happen. What about all the things that you have? So let's learn to praise Hashem. Recognize first we have the neshama. HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives the neshama, because the neshama is what gives the guf its vitality. It's a possibility to move. Then, I have the body that can move. Thank Hashem again. Right? And then by doing that, bringing Hashem into our lives, you come to fear Hashem. You realize, whoa, Hashem, you're in my life. You're here. So I have to realize what I'm doing. Accountability, right? And when's the best time to thank Hashem? At Chatzot. Get up at night and praise Hashem. With praises. We had David HaMelech, Olav Shalom, the Seifai, Sheyizkel, Lahaloisai, Al Yedei, Midas HaMalchus, the Kedusha, Shekein Anu Maitziyim, David. Shezocha Zois LeMelucha. So in other words, you want to come to Malchus. So look at David HaMelech. He would get up at Chatzos Laila. The Gemara says that he had a special harp that stayed at the northerly, he had a window on the northerly side of his palace, and he kept the window open and the heart on the windowsill. And then the wind would blow the harp exactly at Chatzos Laila, the northerly wind. And that would cause the harp to play, and he would get up. And David HaMelech would say, Tikkun Chatzos. He started it. He would praise Hashem. And what? He became the king. So you see, through praising Hashem, you come to Malchus. Yeah, so nimsa masig o mashlam es midas ha-malchus ayidei midas ha-hayit. So you can fulfill the midah of Malchus, understanding the king, Hashem, the kingdom of Hashem, through giving praise to Hashem. It has another piece here. This is so beautiful. This is such a beautiful piece. The person merits to come upon an ani meets him, comes to your home, right? You give an ani tzedakah. Laniyim v'dalim yarbe litein haido la'Hashem yizbarach al sheyizkihu lekach, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave me the opportunity, the merit to do it. Like we were learning in Likutey Halachos yesterday. A person would only understand the value of tzedakah. He would give it with both hands, with all his heart. Right? We don't understand. And now we're learning. It's so beautiful that the pieces connect all together. It's unbelievable. Shari Amru b'Zayir HaKadosh. It says in the Holy Zayir. Worth to listen just to this. Ki es asher yahav Hashem. That who Hashem loves. You hear these words? Ki es asher yahav Hashem. He who Hashem loves. V'chofetz l'tzchusoi b'doirin. And the HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants to give him a gift. Hashem loves you, and He wants to give you a gift. What does He do? Sheileach le'ani lebeisai. He sends a poor person to your house. This is the exact opposite of someone thinks. Someone knocks on the door. Oh, he's here again. Oh, again. Oh, the guy's coming back again. Right? Wait, Zayah is telling you, no. Hashem loves you. That's why He sent that guy to your door. And you certainly should praise Hashem that He gave you the opportunity to send the guy to your door to give him some money.
He made it easy.
Nimsa maslik or mashlim es midas hamalchus. You can fulfill the midah of malchus. Ayidei midas hahoid, through the midah of hoid. Good morning. So it's an amazing idea. Just to review one moment here. Okay? So malchus. So today is hoid sheba malchus. So the main way, if you want to bring Hashem into your life, you have to praise Hashem. Recognize you have a neshama. Recognize the neshama is a chelik of Hashem. Recognize that without your neshama, you have nothing. Praise Hashem for your neshama. Right? Elikai neshama shenasatabi, right? We say that in the morning, right? Pay attention to the words. And then you say, wait a second, I have the guf, the body. And Hashem, you help me with my body. It can move, I can do things, I can praise Hashem, recognize that. Then you recognize Hashem is part of your life. Because you see, so then it brings you to give more thanks to Hashem and more recognition of Hashem in your life, which brings us to more malchus, right? Through the Haidah. We gave the example of David HaMelech. David HaMelech would get up at Chatzos Laila and he would praise Hashem. And David HaMelech came to malchus, right? He became the king. So if you want to come to the royalty of Hashem, not to the royalty of the world, of Hashem, you have to praise Hashem. That's the best way. Then we said, when it comes to giving tzedakah, he who Hashem loves sends an ani to that person's house. He who Hashem loves sends him an ani. And how worthy is it to praise Hashem that He gave you the ani? That poor person came to my house, came to my door. The whole world thinks the other way around. What does it mean that why did he come to my door? He could have went to my neighbor. No, but he who Hashem loves, Hashem sends the ani to. Hashem sends the ani to that person. He who Hashem loves. So that's an amazing thing. The main idea is to give thanks to Hashem. Always thank Hashem for everything. And that'll bring you to the Malchus. And that's the day of Hoid Sheba Malchus. Okay? All right, so now let's go to Likutey Halachos. This limud in Sefer Efrat and Lachem is so special. Wow. Okay. We could do a couple of pages today. Yeah, all right, let's do Gimel and Dalet today. Yeah, okay. And then we'll do okay, there we go. Okay. Today we're learning Likutey Halachos. We're in Hilchos Birchas Hareach. And we're in Halacha Hey. And today we're up to Gimel. Okay? So we're learning the laws of even when you smell something, remember Hashem, give thanks to Hashem. And that's part of the Brachah Nenin. Anytime you enjoy something in the world, always thank Hashem. Right? This is connected to today's day. Malchus, right? Show the Malchus, it's all Hashem. Okay, so today we're up to Gimel. Here we go. All the blessings we make on all different types of things, which are in the category of Birchas Hanenin, things that I enjoy, things that I take part in, and I'm going to enjoy. I praise Hashem for all of those different things. So all of those ideas, all of the things and fruits, vegetables, everything else that we have in our lives and things that we smell are the same idea of taking something mekoyach elapayel. I take it from being actual, something from being a potential, and I bring it to actualization. Right? In other words, we learned this idea that we have in our minds, the idea that every time we want to do something, we want to do a mitzvah. Right? We want to do something. So then we have to bring it from koyach to payel. I want to do it, but I have to actually do it. Well, like we said, a person can be thinking all day long about putting on his tefillin. Oh, it's great, tefillin are great, oh my gosh, and he thinks about all the kavanas of the arizah, oh wow, it's amazing. But if he doesn't put on his tefillin, okay, he did something, he was thinking good things, okay, but he didn't accomplish putting on his tefillin, right? He didn't bring it from koyach to payel. You understand? That's the most important thing, is to take something from the potential. What do I mean by potential? The guy is well, he has his pair of tefillin, he can roll up his sleeve, and he could put on his tefillin. That's it. He has the koyach is there. But he actually has to do it to make it payel. You understand? That's the same thing with seeds, okay? A farmer can have a whole drawers full of seeds, different kinds of seeds and vegetables. Unless he's going to take the seed and plow and plant and work the seed in the field, nothing's going to happen. The koyach is there. He has the seed. But you have to make it to pile so you get a plant. Right? The seed, what do you do with the seed? Right? Okay. Because before you eat something, you're praising this thing, whatever it is, the apple, the orange, the coffee, the Danish, whatever you're eating, right? That Hashem created. Remember, again, in ways we get carried away. The farmer can get carried away sometimes thinking he created it, right? That's why we have the mitzvah bikurim, right? That's the shuas, right? That's when we started the bikurim. The farmers would bring their bikurim, the first crop, the first fruits, the first of the zayaminim, the first olives and their first dates and their first figs, right? The first things they would bring to realize, wait, this is Hashem, you made this. There's no shleimus to that thing. In other words, the fruit is there, but there's no shleimus to it. There's no completeness. It's not wholesome yet. The fruit's there. But when you make the bracha, ein nimshach shleimus achiyas the kedusha oisai hadavar. There's no kedusha. When you make the bracha, you complete it. Like we said, every fruit, every vegetable, there's a soul in there. There's an itzait, a spark. The spark is a soul. It's dormant. When I make the bracha, I free it.
So why do we only say, like if we have 2 pieces of fruit, why don't we only say one bracha? I mean, because it's in each one. Why don't we say a blessing for each?
Okay, so if you understand, okay, so when it comes to fruits, so there's an order of brachas. Everything, there's a seder in everything, right? So we learned in the pasuk that says in the pasuk in Devarim, chapter 8, pasuk 8. It talks about the 7 species of Eretz Yisrael, right? So in the list of the species, the chita is the first one, right? All right. So whichever one is on the list goes first. But in Chazal, but in Halacha, if a person, let's say, loves his date, he loves dates or figs, so then you're allowed to make the bracha on what you like. If you really like this thing, it's really something you really, really like, then the question is, why do I really, really like it? Hashem worked out that the soul that you have to rectify is going to be in that thing that you really, really like. That's why you like it. You think you like it because, I like this thing. No, you like it because Hashem worked out that there's a soul in there, and that's why you have to like it, because you're going to make the rectification for that soul. You understand? So Hashem works out the same way on the bread. Remember we said the bread. He said that when you cut the bread, you eat the darker piece, right? Right? What about the rest of the bread? Oh, the soul, we worked out, we learned from the Arizal, that Hashem puts the soul in the part of the bread that breaks the first, and it gets a little darker, and therefore you make the blessing on the bread, you dip the bread in the salt 3 times like we learned, and you eat the darker piece. Because that's how you make the tikkun. You understand?
Yeah. And so you have Adamah, 2 different things that are both Adamah.
So Hashem puts the soul that you need to make the tikkun on in the one that you're going to make the blessing on.
Okay, so let's say I have Adamah, and let's say that I have an 8.
Yeah.
I do say a blessing for the first one, but not...
You make a ha'etz and a ha'adam.
Right.
2 separate brachas. You should make the ha'etz first.
So, but if I eat a second apple, I don't...
No, you don't make another bracha. No, sir.
Does that mean there's no soul in that apple?
I didn't say that. The main rectification that you did was in the first one. That's the one you had to rectify. And then when you eat the second one, if you thank Hashem in your mind, wow, Hashem, this is so delicious. Wow, Hashem, you created this. Even without making the blessing, you're making rectifications the whole time you're eating. You ever see a tzaddik eat? You ever have a meal where they ever had the schus to sit with a tzaddik to eat? You see, when they eat, they have their soup, and they stir the soup. They'll take out 1 spoon of soup, and they'll look at it, and then they'll eat the spoon, right? And then do the whole thing again. They're thinking about it. It's just a contemplation, right? This contemplation, right? I'm thinking about this is soul in here. There's something in this thing. You understand?
So you always said it happens when we say the blessing.
It happens when you say the blessing on the first one.
Yeah.
But then the rest of the things you eat also, you can be making rectifications. You can only make 1 blessing. You can't make a blessing on each bite that you eat.
The point is that has kavanah the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the problem is today we just eat all the day. We sit,
Right,
person will
we're
sit there
watching
working,
people eating.
and they're eating and they're eating and eating.
You're not present in
Not present at all. It becomes a pastime, right? Just to eat it, right? No, so that's what we're learning, right? There's holiness in each thing. Everything was made for the covenant of Hashem. Everything. And you can honor Hashem in everything that He created in the world. You can honor Hashem in everything. So that way you should know and praise and bless Hashem on it. The day of Hod Sheva Malchus, right? How you like that? Hashem did everything that we should be able to come and recognize Him. When you take that fruit, whatever the fruit is, and you make the Bayrei Pri Ha'etz. Wow, Hashem, you made the Pri Ha'etz. Hashem, you made this fruit. It wasn't the craftiness of the farmer. It wasn't the irrigation system that they pride themselves, that we made this great irrigation system, that's why it grew. No, it's you, Hashem. You're the one that gave them the idea how to make the irrigation system, right? Where'd that come from? That was your idea, Hashem. So that way the fruit can come about. So that way I can make the brachah on it. You understand? Yeah, we have to thank the people that made the irrigations. There's no problem. But what was the purpose of them doing that? So I can get this fruit, so I can make this brachah to recognize Hashem. Is that amazing? Or he says, "Oy bayri priyadama," or you ate a vegetable, whatever. You had a tomato, a cucumber, whatever vegetable you like to eat. You had a piece of watermelon, right? If you like that, I don't know. You come and you're completing the shleimus on that thing where you're making the bracha to it. It's lacking shleimus. It has koyach. There's a pu'ula there. The thing is there, but it's not complete yet. In other words, the fruit is there. Yeah, you have a nice apple. It's nice, complete. But it went from koyach to payil. But it doesn't have its ultimate pu'ula. The ultimate pu'ula that'll happen is when you make the blessing on it, and then it'll be actually something. That's the purpose. Ikar shleimus brias oisai apri. That's the main purpose of the whole creation of the pri, was for you to make a brach on it. Kilu achshav nivreis apri al yedei bracha shebeirach aleh. And it's almost as if when I make the blessing right now, that's when it's being created, because it didn't come to its fruition to what its potential is until I made the bracha. So it's as if the thing came about right now. Isn't that beautiful to understand that? So when you have the thing in front of you and you're about to make the bracha, take a second, think, wow. This is being recreated right now here via the bracha that I make. And then you can bring the completeness, the wholeness of the kedusha, the holiness that's in that thing, in that item that you're about to eat. So the bracha takes it from koyach to pu'ula. It's amazing, right? From the koyach, for it to be a possibility. Because again, if you don't have the apple, you can't make the bari pri haitz. Right? Right? You can think about an apple all you want, but you can't make the blessing if you don't have the actual apple. Or whatever fruit, whatever, it doesn't matter. Right? You need to have the thing there. But when you make the bracha, you're actually doing the makkah b'patish. You finish completing it. You're completing it to make it something of holiness. That's the main shleimus of its existence via you making the bracha. And therefore Chazal say in Brachas, and Daf Lamed Hey Amid Aleph on 35a. Ksiv, La Hashem ha'oretz u'maloya. It says, Ta Hashem is the earth and all the things on it is Hashem. Hashem ha'oretz u'maloya. And everything that's on the earth. Ksiv, V'oretz nasan livnei Adam. It also says, but Hashem gave the earth to man. So which one is it? Is it Hashem's or is it man's? This Gemara is asking this question. Whose is it? One pasuk says that Hashem says it's all mine. The next pasuk says, Hashem, I gave it to you. Kan koydem bracha v'kan la'achar bracha. Before you make the blessing on whatever you're going to eat in this world, it's Hashem's. Once you make the bracha, that's how you actually acquire it and it becomes yours. It is? So you think you go to the store and you buy your fruit and vegetables, you think it's yours. No, it's not. It's Hashem's. The Gemara says it belongs to Hashem. When does it become yours? When you make the bracha. Is that a fascinating idea? Through the bracha, it becomes mine. But what do you mean I paid for it? What do you mean I went to the store, I paid, I put it on the scale, I paid for it. It's mine. No, Hashem says, no, Haaretz nasa. No, Hashem Haaretz Malaya. It's Hashem's. Oh, you make the bracha on it, then it's la'achar bracha, then it becomes yours. It's amazing.
So we should be thankful.
What?
The store thinks it's his before you buy it.
Because he paid for it. Yeah. Now you can't just walk on into the store and say, I don't have to buy it. I can just make a bracha. It's fine. Now that's stealing. That you're not allowed to do.
That's a good idea.
You'll come away from this. You think so? It does. So I don't have to bother buying it. I can just make a bracha. It's fine. Otherwise, it belongs to Hashem. It doesn't belong to the storekeeper, right? If it doesn't belong to him, it belongs to Hashem. So I'll make a bracha. It's mine. No, it doesn't work like that. Okay, you understand? There's actual halacha that you have to first buy it. It has to become in your rishus. If it's in your rishus, if it belongs to you, now you have the possibility to make the bracha on it.
It's also Baruch Hashem that we can go to the store and buy this thing.
Of course.
We don't say a blessing, but we can be grateful.
Yes. Ki koydem bracha kilu hakol adayim b'koyach Hashem. Because before I make a bracha, it belongs to Hashem. It's the koyach of Hashem. It's not mine. Everything belongs to Hashem. It's Hashem's world. Because it's as if it didn't come from the koyach, the potentiality to become actual. You understand? It didn't happen yet. Yeah, but it's there. It's a full fruit. It's there. But it's lacking something. How do you understand that? You can see. Unfortunately, a person passes away. The body is there. The body is there. There's no soul in there, but the body is there, complete. It doesn't mean anything. It's useless. The body it doesn't work. It's useless. Same thing with the fruit. The fruit's like that. It's like without the soul. It's not actual. It didn't come about yet. You understand? When you make the blessing on it, you activate it. Oh, but after you make the bracha, if you did it right, if you made the bracha, Baruch Atah Hashem, wow, you Hashem, wow, it's your world, Hashem, you made. Like Kenu Melech, oh, you're the king of this world, Malchus today, right? Malchus, you're the king of the world, right? You're the king, Hashem. Borei Priya Eitz, oh, you made this fruit. Or this nut that you ate, this nuts, you like to eat the nuts, right? Same idea, same thing. Oh, it's daika v'aretz nasan levnei adam. Then it becomes Hashem gave the earth to man. After you make the blessing, so before you make the blessing, it belongs to Hashem. After you make the blessing, it becomes yours. Because through the bracha you take it from the potentiality to becoming actual, to something there. And then it belongs to all people. After you make the bracha. How you like that? Only Klal Yisrael, we're called Adam. We're called Adam. We learned about it based on lesson 6, right? Dom, Adam. Right? We could through the embarrassed, all the things that we learned, right? Klal Yisrael, we are called Adam. We're called, our nation, we're called Adam, in the singular. Right? In the singular, we're one people. We're one people. Because we're the ones that take things and make them actual. Because we're the ones that make the brachas in this world. The rest of the world doesn't know about brachas. So we know about the bracha.
So we're creating all the time.
Yeah.
Every time we say a blessing, we're creating something. Just like Adam did when he named all of the animals and plants and all that stuff.
It's amazing, right? So you say there's a new idea, a beautiful idea. Everything belongs to Hashem. That's before you make the bracha. Once you buy it, it's yours, it's in your rishus, and now you make the bracha, now it becomes yours. That's when you take ownership. You don't take ownership when you buy it. Your real ownership that you're allowed to enjoy it and use it is once you make the blessing. Okay, we understand that? See how important the bracha is? Plus, we learned all the other things about the bracha, that in each thing there's a soul. And Hashem reincarnates souls into different items. right? And then we learned that many times those souls that are reincarnated are parts of our own soul. So there's a self-interest here. So you make that brachah, you may be making a rectification actually for yourself, right? Something that you lost, something that you may have lost that Hashem sends back to you through the fruit that you went to buy. That's in your rishus, but you only acquire it once you make the brachah on it. Okay, we got that? Do we have any questions on this? Do we understand this? Anyone have any questions? Can we go to the next piece? Yeah? Okay. Now we're going to learn the importance of ratzon. Ratzon, my will, my desire. Here we go. So we know when it comes to eating pretty much anything, you make a bracha before you eat it, before you partake in whatever you're going to eat. And then you make a bracha after you finish eating it, correct? Kikol dava yesh lei tachlis. Each thing, as we explained before, has within it a tachlis. There's a purpose for everything. Hashem has a purpose for everything in this world. Nothing is haphazard. Everything is very, very meticulously designed. Every item in this world is meticulously designed, and we need it for something. The question is, can we understand what we have to divulge? We have to figure out what is this that Hashem made for me to do with this thing. Understand? And that's why Hashem makes everything, from potentiality to actualization. Hashem actualized and made all the things in the world. And all the things that Hashem did, He made everything. He made everything for us, to be able to bring each thing to its tafkid, to its purpose, to its completeness. And that's why we have all the different things in the world that we come to, and Hashem has each one of us live wherever we have to live, and all of those things, and we go to certain supermarkets and certain places, and we buy certain clothing, and it's all calculated. Meticulously calculated. Nothing's haphazard. That's the tachlis. When a Jew takes the thing, he takes that item and he makes that bracha, he brings it to its tachlis. He brings it to fruition. Wow, it's amazing. It comes to something. Ki tachlis kol advarim shehu the kol advarim hu kishadam oived b'koyach hazeh. When a person serves Hashem with that thing, with the koyach of that, as Hashem shazeh ma lo isam l'shorsham v'tachlisam, that's what brings it up to its potential, to becoming its complete thing. Again, why via us partaking in it? V'ika tachlis avodas adam hu haratzon. And the main tachlis of the avodah of a person is his ratzon, my will, my desire. We learned many things about this. That really we talk about bechira, right? We have free choice. Do we really have free choice? No, we have our will is our free choice. I want to do the right thing. I want to make I want to make a tikkun. I want to come close to Hashem. That's my bechira. What actually happens, that's up to Hashem. My bechira is my ratzon, my will, my desire, what I want to do. That's my free choice. So I want to do the right thing, or chas v'shalom I want to do the wrong thing. That's my will. If I'll do the wrong thing or the right thing, that's up to Hashem. But it's up to my will.
Rabbi, something I think I read this in the and that about the desire and the will, that because why don't we just say well, everything's up to Hashem. Why should we even do anything?
Right.
You know, why? So he says because every time you do something, you leave, like you said, it was the Rishimis, a little.
Yeah, you leave a reshima. Right. You leave a little imprint.
You leave a little imprint. So because of that imprint is why we still should do,
You cause something. You're actualizing something. Yeah. No, but it's saying that the ratzon is my whole bechi, my free choice is my ratzon. That's all it is.
Yeah.
What we desire.
What I want to do. That's my free choice. To pine and long to get close to Hashem. That's my will. I want to get close to you, Hashem. Betachlis haratzon, in the highest level of ratzon, the highest level of will, desire. As Rabbi Nassan says, he heard from Rabbi Nachman many times. As Rabbi Nachman explains in his books, Sichas Haran, in lesson 51, and also lesson 259. V'zeh tachlis kol ha-mitzvahs v'avodas hakadoshas. So that's the whole point of all mitzvahs, and anything we do of holiness, is to connect us to Hashem. That's it. That's the whole point. We have to be dovik to Hashem. Dveikus b'Hashem. Ki ha-schola hi me'aratzon. Because where does it begin? My will. What I'm actually going to do, if I carry my will through, it starts with the desire. What I want, what I desire, what I will. V'soif, v'tachlis, u shleimus haratzon, and the soif and the tachlis, when I actually do the mitzvah. I want to put on my talis. I want to put on my tefillin. I want to daven. And then when I actually put it on and I actually do it, then I come to the tachlis of the ratzon of what I wanted to do. Now, first I have to want to do it, then I can actually do it, and then I can come to the tachlis of why I want it in the first place. You understand?
Why I wanted in the first place?
What I wanted originally. I want to go to shul. I want to daven. I want to put on my talis. I want to put on my tefillin. I want to say Baruch Hu. I want to say Kadosh Kadosh. I want to do that. Now I did it. Now I realize what my will was originally.
So we recognize our will based on what we did.
Yes, you can. Bebechinas Ratzon Sheberitzaynos, the same idea of Ratzon Sheberitzaynos is the same idea as what we say is Rava the Rava in the high place, the highest place. Shesham Istalkus Moshe Rabbeinu Shu Shoirish Kalal Nishmas Yizkol Yisrael. And we learned, that's why I said about Rava the Rava, because Moshe Rabbeinu left the world on Shalosh Shudas on Shabbos, that time, of Rava the Rava. Between Mincha and Arvis, that time, special time. It's called Rava the Rava. It's the highest time. It's the highest time. And that's why Moshe Rabbeinu left the world at that time, specifically. We learned a lot about that. Shenistalek b'Rava the Rava, Ratzon Sheberitzaynos. Notice every time we do a mitzvah, I want to do the mitzvah, and I actually persevere, and I break through all of the obstacles that are trying to hold me back, and I actually accomplish the mitzvah. I take the letters and I put the vowels under those letters, and I give them power. That shows what my ratzon was originally. And I can come to the highest place all because of my ratzon. V'chol echad miYisrael yesh lo ezer shoirish v'achiza b'nishmas Moshe Rabbeinu shu b'chinas ratzon. V'sham ika tachlis seifai ayidei avodas v'tarsa v'mitzvahs. So they ask, where is Moshe Rabbeinu buried? Right, where is he buried? So Chazal say he's buried, you know where? In the heart of every single Jew. Moshe Rabbeinu is in every single one of us. We have a chelik of Moshe Rabbeinu inside of us. How do you like that? Moshe Rabbeinu, Rabban Shal Yisrael, inside of us.
So this is why Rabbi Nachman says, if you want, you do. If you don't want, you don't do. It's that simple.
but it's what you want, right? It's what you want, right? You have to want the ratzon. Want.
Yeah, if you want it, you do it. If you don't want it, you don't do it.
That's right. It's that simple. Yeah. It is. Yeah. Ki kvar mevayesh ikar ha'atzchala al yedei haratzon. All beginnings come from this idea of what I want. That's where all beginnings come from. I want to do something, and then I actually there comes an obstacle because I want it. I break the obstacle through my cheshek, right? Again, lesson 66, part 4, right? First book, right? I break the obstacle, and then another obstacle comes and I break it again, and another obstacle comes and I break it until I actually complete it. But I think back, why did I go through all these obstacles? Oh, because I had a ratzon. Sometimes you get so involved in these obstacles coming your way, you forget what your mission is. Right? You're so involved in all of the things, right? You forget the mission. Because it's impossible to break these obstacles from the as far as the guf is concerned, as far as the body is concerned of the person. And from others that are trying to prevent us. Sometimes our own bodies are preventing us. I'm too tired. I'm achy. My head hurts. Whatever.
We don't have to.
Well, other people say, "Nah, why are you going now? Yeah, stay there." All of those things. Those are all manias.
Yeah, but a headache doesn't have to. We can break through that if we want.
Yes, you can. Through the taikif harotzen, through the powerful desire, will. Through your will, you can break through anything. If you really, really want it. If you really, really want it, you'll break through anything. The same example I gave you, if the person knows that there's a big sum of money somewhere and he has to go through crazy the challenges, he doesn't care. They're nothing to him because he wants his prize. If you understand that my tachlis is to do my mitzvah, I don't care what the challenge is, I'm going to persevere, I'm going to get through it.
We can help other people do their will too.
Huh?
We can also help others do what they want.
You have to start working with yourself.
Well, of course.
And then when others see you doing the right thing, then you'll cause them to do the right thing. And after when you were able to bring it from kayach to payal, you had that ratzah, and you persevered, and you broke through all the obstacles, and now you accomplished it. V'garmim mitzvah, you actually completed the mitzvah now. Wow, it was a long journey to get to do this mitzvah, but I finally did it. They say that really the hachana for a mitzvah sometimes is much greater than the mitzvah itself, right? When you prepare for a mitzvah, because the mitzvah you do sometimes only takes a minute. But how much did you prepare to do that mitzvah, right? How much did you prepare to do the mitzvah, right? Oh yeah, so whatever holiness that you want to do. Ikka tachlis v'apula shepoilin ayidei ha-mitzvah u ma shezoichen ayidei ha-mitzvah is gabe berotzen chodash v'chozak yoyser la-Hashem yisbarach ad sheyishtoikek v'yitzel lasis mitzvah acheres v'chein lahalan yoyser. And then once you accomplish the mitzvah, wow, that was great. I want to do another mitzvah. And then the whole thing starts again. You have the ratzon, and then the obstacle comes, and you have to break through the obstacles, and then you do the mitzvah again, and then mitzvah gaireres mitzvah. That's what it means. Mitzvah, one mitzvah causes another mitzvah. Kikol nafshes Yisrael v'chol ha-mitzvah is heim echad ki yadua. Because all Klal Yisrael and all Jews are really we're one. We're one unit. We're one people. They all come from the source of Ratzon. And that's Hashem. Hashem is the source of Ratzon. Right? HaKadosh Baruch Hu had the ratzon, the will, to create the world. Right? It was Hashem's idea. He had an idea to create the world, the ratzon, and he created the world. Shu bechinas ratzon sheb'ritzaynos, v'hu bechinas nishmas Moshe Rabbeinu, shu shleirish v'klal kol ha'torah v'amitzvos v'chol nafshei space Yisrael. See, we're getting ready to Shavuos. So we're learning all the mitzvahs, all the idea of Moshe Rabbeinu, and all of the Torahs. We're really all one. We're really all one. We're all connected, intricately connected. Right? We are all interdependent on each other. Like we learned before in the kids, like we learned before in the Sfatim Lachem. The honey comes to your door. The poor person comes to your door. So most people think, oh my, I had the sour luck that this guy came to my door. You know, I had the sour luck. No, but the Zayah says that no, Hashem loves you. That's why He sent the honey to your house. He wanted to help you. That's why He sent the honey. And you have to thank Hashem that He sent the honey. But the Yetzer tells you, no, why do you bother me now? I don't need this. That's the Yetzer. But when you can meet the honey, you open the door with a smile. That's a maniyah too, right? That's an obstacle, right? But then you open the door, you give the honey a smile. Right? You say to the honey, excuse me, do you need to use the restroom? Can I offer you a drink? Can I offer you a banana? Would you like a fruit? Would you like something? Sometimes these guys are just walking around for a long time. They don't have a restroom. Sometimes they don't have anything to drink. It's a hot day, right? Or sometimes they're hungry. You can do so much. You can do so much. Well, you can open the door and you throw them something, right?
Thank you, Hashem.
Thank you, Hashem. Exactly. V'sham ikar tachlis v'seif kol shel kol adam Yisrael, and that's the whole tachlis in the seif of every Jew. Is all our ratzon. That's all it is. Is what we want. It's all our ratzon. That's all it's all about. That we merit through our learning of Torah, through doing our mitzvahs. I can't explain this to you, Rav Nassan says. You have to know this on your own. As you learn Torah, you feel, wow, this is Torah. Look how beautiful the Torah is. Right? I saw something so beautiful that I'll share with you now. You know, it says when it comes to Shavuos, so there's a few reasons why we have dairy on Shavuos, right? There's a few reasons. The basic reason is because we only had one set of dishes. We didn't know there was meat and milk and all of that, so we didn't have any. We didn't know how to slaughter. We didn't have knife. We didn't have the thing, so we ate dairy. That's one. Okay, that's cute. And then we learned the idea for Rav Nassan, so beautiful that we go through the 7 weeks of Shavuos. We go through the 7 weeks of the Shavuos, the weeks of Sfira. It's like the 7 days that the lady counts to go from the Dam Nida, right after she gives birth. It goes from the Dam Nida, it turns into its nekar to Cholov. It turns into milk. Right, so that's us. We go from the impurity of the dam leda, which is the dam nida, to come to the pure blood, which is the milk, which is where we're going to come to. So therefore, that's why we eat dairy. But there's other beautiful idea too. Listen to this. Milk is different than any other drink. Milk is very different. Milk, most drinks that you have when they go sour, you throw them out. But milk, when it gets sour, you can take it, you can make cheese. You can take milk and you can make fine cheese. You can make great things from the sour milk. So what does that mean? So what's so great about that? That's every Jew should always understand. Even if I did something and I think I'm sour, like milk, I could turn myself into something great. See that? See that? The sour milk can turn into something great. Isn't that nice? You like that? Even if a person thinks he's sour, but now he has his Ratzon. That Ratzon can turn everything around. Can bring everything, turn it around to make it something very beautiful.
A cheesecake.
Cheesecake, whatever. Yeah, whatever. Make cream cheese from it, whatever. Yeah.
No, cheesecake.
Make some Munster cheese. Make some mozzarella cheese. Make some whatever you like. I don't know. All kind of fancy cheeses you can make from the milk. But while the milk is good, you can't make it from it. You need to let it sour. Then you can work with it. It's fascinating. Anyway, you see how beautiful the Torah is. When you see how beautiful the Torah is, you just, I need more. I need to learn more. More Ratzah, more Ratzah. You understand? I hope so. Okay, there are 400 worlds of longing and pining. The Yasrin Tzadikaya La'asid Lavai that are given over the Yerush to the Tzadikim. The Tzadikim inherit these worlds in the next world. When they in the next world, Ashrei Azleicha Lahem. How fortunate is those that comes to them, and this comes from the Zohar and Parshas Chayesara. Chayesara, remember? Chayesara, yeah. Okay, so that's the story about the Ratzon. So we learned two amazing things. You make a bracha, and you take it from Hashem or Aretz Malaya, right? First, it's Hashem or Aretz Malaya. Everything belongs to Hashem. And then when I buy the thing, it becomes in my rishus, and I make the bracha. Hashem says, "V'aretz nasan livnei Adam." I gave the world to Adam when I made the bracha. And then we learned the next thing is, the main thing is the ratzah. My ratzon to serve HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that's the most important thing. And to bring everything from potentiality to actualization through ratzon. Okay, that's our lesson for today. Any questions? Now we understand why we eat milk on on Shavuos?
Yeah.
Good ideas. Okay. It's nothing is haphazard. Everything is very, very calculated.
So if I fail at something, is it because I wanted to fail at it? Or is that the test? You have to know which is which.
Did you want to fail, or did you want to pass, but you failed? You know, there are a lot of kids that go to school and they really want to pass that test, but they fail. But there are other kids that come to school, they don't care. I failed. There's a lot of kids like that. They don't care. Do I care? Did I care? I didn't care. Okay, let's learn the halacha now in Kitzur Shulchan Aruch.
And did you really fail? You might gain a lot from that.
Well, hello, Yossi. Wow, good afternoon. Good afternoon. It's always better. Always good to see you. Always good to see you. Yeah, we started very early today, Yossi.
Yeah.
It's getting early. It's getting
it's
earlier. And tomorrow's even earlier.
However, Chaim taught us something very beautiful today. He said, when an ani comes to your house,
Yeah.
that's a gift from Hashem.
A gift. I have a gift from.
Hey, because he loves you.
I'm giving
Because
him-
Hashem loves you. That's why he sends the ani to your house.
So you can give him tzedakah, and then you can earn 20 times what tzedakah you gave him back.
No, that's a great,
That's the best investment you can make.
yeah.
It's not giving it to your investment banker. It's giving it to the ani. That's the best investment you can make.
Yeah. Since the chesed from Hashem.
Yeah.
That he
That
actually even gives you that opportunity.
because he loves you. That's why he sent you that guy.
And he sent it to you multiple times.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's very nice if you really think about that.
Here, I'll open this up for you, and you can read this inside here.
Yeah.
Here, you'll read here. Go say your Brachah, then you read.
Yeah.
You read that. Just read
Yeah.
that.
There's a lot to go over. Okay.
No, you read that. No, that's very good
Let's
for you.
talk about,
Okay.
Let's talk about
Halacha now.
halacha. Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay.
Okay, so now we're going to learn a halacha in Kitzur Shulchan Aruch. We're learning Siman Lamed Zayin, which is 37, and we're learning the laws of Hilchas Tfilas Kalim, of koshering, making kosher a keli that you buy from a Gentile, right? A Gentile that was made by a Gentile, that was completed by a Gentile, and you want to use it, so you have to take it out of his rishus, right? You have to take it out of his rishus, of the mazel of the guy, to to bring it into the mazel of Yisrael. And how do you do that? By dipping it into the keli mikvah. Okay? So here we go. Now, today we're up to a hey, I believe, right? 5. Im shoal Isachar kli me'oived kechavim u'mazolos. Ein tzarech tefillah. Here's a cute, this is a beauty. Here we go. If you borrow something or you rent something, who does it actually belong to?
Person you borrowed it from.
Right. That means it's not coming from your rishus. It's not coming from their rishus into your rishus. It doesn't come from their domain into your domain. It doesn't become yours. It's still his. It is. So you go to a store and you borrowed something brand new in a box, and he lends it to you, or you rented it from him. So that you can use without toveling it. You don't need to tovel it because it's not yours. It's not yours. Very interesting halacha. But what happens if you borrowed it from a Jewish shopkeeper, or you rented it from a Jewish shopkeeper? Brachah. Wow, that's very interesting, right? That's very interesting. Why? Because let me explain it. While it's in the rishus of the guy, it's his. It doesn't leave his rishus, right? But when the Jew bought it, the chenveni, the Jewish storekeeper, bought it. He's a Jew. That's the chiluk. That's the difference. He's a Jew. Since he's a Jew, it came from the rishus of the guy, and now it belongs to the Jew. But it belongs to the Jew, but it doesn't have tikkun to it yet, because it came from it became from the ownership of the guy. But now the Jew bought it.
Doesn't have to be.
What?
Doesn't have to be. We that the Jewish storekeeper manufactured it.
No, then it doesn't need tefillah. No, it doesn't need tefillah at all. No tefillah at all. No, if you make a shalom, and we go and we make a new pot, we go today make a pot, we don't table it. We don't table it. Only if it's going. That's why you need to learn these. You need to know these things. If you went to a Jewish store and you saw the guy, he makes special kiddush cups, he makes whatever it is, and you saw the guy make it, you're not allowed to. You could table if you want, but you're certainly not allowed to make a brachah on that, because it didn't go out. It was in the rishus of a Jew. It didn't go from the mazel of the guy. You understand? But now, so this kli, it's why it's so important to learn these laws, right?
It's not clearly.
But I'm sure this is how it is, Reb Shalom. No, I learned this in Shulchan Aruch. I'm going over it here. That's why it's amazing. These laws are very intricate to understand the premise of how these things work. That it's in the chelik of the guy, the mazel of the guy, and now I'm taking it up and I want to free it from the mazel of the guy, and I need the mikveh for that. It's amazing. But look at this. Here, look. Okay. Tzrichen tefillah b'lei bracha. V'chenveni yodeya zois l'mi sheyikne acher kach. And the chenveni knows he got it back. He went to the store, right? Let's say you went to the store, you borrowed it from you took it to the keli mikvah, and you titled it. Now the chenveni knows that you're a reliable guy, and if he gave it to you, you titled it. So now he has to tell me if I want to buy it. Now I want to buy it. The chenveni has to tell me. He has to tell me that you would title the thing. You understand? What? I don't hear you.
So he has to tell the next person that.
That it was already titled. Shelo yitbeleim shenis bebracha. Because if he doesn't tell me, listen. Here, you have a store, right? And you came in. Hey, I need to borrow this. I don't have the money for this. I just need to use it for one time. Can I just use this thing? I gotta collect water. So let me use this pot You didn't use it to cook or anything. You needed the pot for something. He said, sure, take it. Now you take it, but you're not allowed to use it, so you take it to the Keli Mikveh. It's not yours, so you can't make a brach on it. It's not yours. It belongs to him. Right, so you say you just table it without a bracha. Right, you table it without a bracha. Now you bring it back to the guy, and I come in. Hey, I need a new pot. My pot, whatever, it's no good. Right? So I need a new pot. So I buy the pot. So he tells me, but wait a second. Zach had borrowed it first, and he tabled it. So now I don't need to table it anymore because it was a reliable person that tabled it. You understand? A very beautiful halacha, right?
So if you go to an estate sale from a Jewish person that passed away recently and you buy something silver, you don't have to toil with it? Or
if you go to an estate sale from a Jewish person that you knew was Shomer Torah mitzvahs that did go to a Keli Mikveh, that did or whatever, then no, you don't need it.
we may not know if they were.
So if you don't know, then you don't know if it's even kosher.
Right.
So then you may want to
First.
boil up the water, right, in the pot, and then put it in the pot, hot water, cold water, and then you can put it in the Keli Mikveh without a bracha. You can always do that. You can always take a kli and put it in the Keli Mikveh without a bracha. That's never a problem. The question is, can you make the blessing? Right, okay? So that's our offering today. We understand now? So we're understanding the intricacy of what it means belongs to the guy, and it leaves his rishus to come into the rishus of the Jew. How that happens, right? But if it stays within the rishus of the Jew, how that thing, if we understand these ideas now, okay? So I wish everyone a wonderful day, and we should all hear Besora Tovot. Thank you for joining Kol Tov.